Hey, this ThinkerThunker. This video, the Umatilla Sasquatch, was posted by Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. Come give them a like and a subscribe as a way of saying thank you for taking the time to post this. In this video, filmed on a cell phone in the Blue Mountains of Oregon, we see something. It appears to be dark from head to toe, climbing a fairly steep slope. Is it a human? Is it something else? Let's go check it out and see. So here is what the original footage looks like. Handheld, pretty shaky, not much to go on. And so I stabilized it and zoomed way in and enhanced it. And there is about our best look at this thing climbing up. So once I got it all stabilized and enhanced, I started scrubbing through it frame by frame, looking for that one best shot that gives us the most information. I'm looking for full arms, full legs, full torso. Of course, it's walking up a steep slope, so it appears that its torso is bent. But I would say right there, it does this little boom, boom, little funky dance move, and I am going to go with that shot right there. So scrubbing back and forth between these two frames. One, we get a good look at that knee bend right there. Now this arm up here, the left arm, we don't really get a good look at that bending, and it's hard to see where the joint is. So I'm going to go with the right arm, and we see a bend about right there. Now, a couple of months back, the question was raised, can blurry, heavily pixelated figures be measured? Can you identify the major body joints? So I made a little video and released it to my patrons and members, and I gave them two tests. On the left is test one. This red line here, I said, can you tell where the bend is? And you'll be thrilled to know that 99.9% of them picked B. They got it right. They were able to identify where the bend is. It doesn't have to be to like a thousandth of an inch. Just, in this region is where the bend is. And then I said, look at this torso here on the right. Can you identify where the neck is? And they all picked A. I asked them if they could identify where the bottom of the torso was, and they said C. So that proves that even heavily blurred and pixelated figures, you can still pick out the major body joints and regions close enough. Then I brought that image into a 3D program so that I could pose a skeleton and get as close as I could to what was going on there. Something about like that. Now all I've got to do is drop in a couple of measurement bars up here from about the knee down to the ankle. And now I need to measure this forearm from the elbow down to the wrist area. And I'll make that one dark blue. Now I'll just take these two measurement bars, straighten them up, put them over here beside each other so that we can see how the two relate to each other. About like that. Okay, here we go. Big comparison time. Place your bets over here on the far left. Red team. These are the body proportions of every normal, typical adult human on the planet. And look, if your arms are just long enough so that your hands fit in your pant pockets, that proves that we humans have a torso and arms the same relative length. Are your legs longer than your arms? Yeah, they are. If you're a normal, typical adult human. By how much? By a whopping 30% longer. No other species on the planet has body proportions even remotely close to us humans with these big, giant, long legs of ours, proportionally speaking. And green team. These are the body proportions of all of forest giant kind. These measurements were taken directly from the Patterson Bigfoot, but I've measured and found the same measurements over and over and over again this past year with other big furry people. And over here on the far right, we have blue team, the Umatilla Bigfoot, and I wasn't able to get 5 good measurements with Umatilla, only the forearm and shin. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gray out everything but forearms in the first column, shins in column 2. Can you look and compare and see which one of these teams, blue team, is closer to matching? green team or red team? Here, let's just do this. I'll bring blue team over here, lay it on top of red team, and I'll even scale the shins up so that they're about the same length. There we go. There. Would you say blue team and red team are a perfect match? No, of course not. Look how much longer blue team forearm is. Have Bigfoot or forest giants been reported to have longer arms, very long arms? Yes, of course. So we're seeing those long arms right there. Now let's bring blue team over here on top of green team, and I'll scale the shin down about like that. Would you say these are a match? Yeah, blue team and green team practically match perfectly. Could I have possibly been, say, 1% off when I was measuring the forearms or shins? Of course. I'm lifting these measurements from photographs, from footage. So 1% is within an acceptable margin of error. Here is about how wrong I would have had to have been measuring the shin. It would have had to have been about, say, 30% longer. Something about like that. What do you think? Was I that far off? Of course not. So either the Umatilla mystery beast here is the rarest person on the planet in that it has forearms and shins the same length, or it's a forest giant. You decide. All right, everybody. That is all I've got. Thank you so much for watching. Great find, Kelly, whoever sent this to you. Amazing find. Special thanks, as always, to my patrons and YouTube members. Their monthly $1 support, some of them more, helps keep a roof over my head and pay all the bills and allows me to do these kind of tests so that we can bring science into this and measure and know 100% for sure what we're seeing. If you would like to know more about this process, go check out my book, Solved, on Amazon. All right, everybody, take care.